Hello, ma'am. Very good afternoon. My name is Ajinkya.
Good afternoon.
collegedunia.com. So, thank you very much for joining on this platform on a very short notice. So, basically, ma'am, College Dunia has come up with the interview series which is called Thoughts on Education, which is basically is to bridge the gap between students and the dignitaries at educational institutes, because students generally do not get a chance to have an interaction with dignitaries before joining a college. So basically, we are trying to reduce that, and we are trying to make it a very a brief interaction with from students to dignitaries. So basically, before starting this interview, I would just like to ask you a little introduction of yours, and then we can go over to the questionnaire.
Thank you, Ajinkya. I appreciate your efforts and your thought process of bringing all the academicians together and allowing us to express our thoughts about education sector. This is Priti Sahu. I am a director of International Institute of Management Studies. To my credit, I am having 17 years of academic experience, and I have got some 25 papers presented and some 30 papers presented in conferences. I have some papers in Scopus journals as well. Apart from this, I have got an alumni status of Symbiosis University and I am MBA. Okay. So this is my introduction.
Excellent, ma'am. So great introduction. We can directly jump onto the questionnaires. So basically, the first question that I would want to ask you is, ma'am, since you have held a key position, you are holding a key position at IMS Pune, and you have held key positions throughout your professional career, what are the key factors that you think keeps you connected with an education sector over this brief period of time?
Yeah, Ajinkya, very appropriate question here. Education sector is a sector where we are not only educating people, we are actually contributing towards career building, right? And this career building leads to a greater goal of nation building. So this is a kind of satisfaction that we get when we are in education sector. This sector, according to me, is really very challenging, ever challenging sector, where every day you are posed with new challenges, because every student is a different, right? It is a different personality altogether. So you have to take care of each student. Every day is challenging. And because it is challenging, it gives you an opportunity to learn. Every day is a learning experience. So this is the beauty of education sector. And I like this very challenging atmosphere of this particular sector.
Excellent, ma'am. Excellent, ma'am. And ma'am, since you have spoken about challenges in the education sector, and I would like to include the point of challenges right away, and then we can discuss about other things. Since last year, we have all been facing some difficult times with the COVID-19 and everything. So what do you think how the COVID-19 has hit the education industry, and how we are coming out of after that? And what will be the process, and what will be the duration which will be required to come out of that completely?
Right. Yeah, COVID-19 has hit all the industries, and education sector is no exception. Excellent. But I would say that COVID-19, rather than giving a challenge, has actually opened the doors of opportunity for education sector. Earlier, we were not really very, techno-driven. So now it has given an opportunity to all of us to explore technology. Now we are more technical, we are more techno-driven now. Earlier, in a traditional system, we used to have regular schooling or regular colleges, and the other model was distance learning. Right? So two models were running earlier. That is a regular type of education and distance learning. But now we have got an opportunity to go for hybrid models, right? So hybrid models are better models where we can express our views to students in a better manner, and we are at the same time we are expanding our reach, right? So in the interiors of places where education was really difficult, this COVID-19 has given us an opportunity to go to the interiors also. So I would suggest that COVID-19, rather than a challenge, was an opportunity for the education sector in a true sense.
Great, ma'am. So basically, everyone has been complaining about the COVID-19 thing, but you have been one of the very few people who I have interacted with who have said that COVID-19 is actually is in a way a blessing. So it's a great thought, ma'am. And ma'am, since you have been associated with IMS for a considerable time now, so have you introduced any new programs at your college? And if you have introduced, please give us a brief highlight of the same. And if you have not or you are planning to do any more, can you just give us a plan on introducing any?
Yeah. See, we are a standalone management institute where we cater to PGDM students. So we are offering only one program, that is PGDM program.
Right.
And we are looking at the changing scenario and the the challenges posed by COVID-19. So we have introduced new courses for the same program. So we have introduced some digital marketing, digital business, and also business analytics courses. We have introduced, looking at the demand of these courses, we have recently introduced these. And in future also, we are planning to get more technical courses in
our Okay. And ma'am, since we understand that although the academic thing is very important for a student, but since all the institutes or major institutes are very good institutes, focus on the academic improvement of the student as well as the physical improvement and every extracurricular activities that are needed. So can you shed us some light on extracurricular activities or programs that are done at IMS to enhance the skills of the students or to expose them to the real world challenges?
Yes, Ajinkya, very rightly pointed out that management is a course which demands 360-degree development of a student. It is not only the classroom that can give you knowledge, right? Here we focus on overall development of the student, not only the theoretical thing. So yes, extracurricular activities play a vital role, and we at IMS give equal weightage to extracurricular activities as well. If we'll just talk about corporate connect, we every year we organize corporate football league, right? So here students gets an opportunity to interact directly with the corporate people, to get the teams from them. They have they create a bonding with the corporate people. They organize the entire event. They get a sponsorship. So they get a very, very clear idea about how an event is organized and that too at a corporate level. So this is one of the programs which we offer is under our extracurricular. Apart from this, to make students physically fit, which is one of our mottos, right? So we are not only talking about their education part, but we are also concerned about their personality part as well. So we also believe in giving them fitness, the kind of fitness, importance of fitness, right? So every year we organize marathon, duathlon, fitathon, where students can participate. They generate the idea of fitness. At young age, this is really important. So every year we are offering such type of events to them. Yes, and apart from this, I would say that even the cultural values that plays an important role in character building of a student. So we never leave on this point. We always give an opportunity to students to celebrate all the cultural events. In our institute, we celebrate all cultural events, be it your Holi, be it Durga Puja, Ganesh festival, or any festival you name. We are celebrating that festival. To generate that cultural value among the students is also important. Yes, and because these are management students, they need to understand how they should organize the events. So every year we also organize one inter-college management fest, where we invite students from all over India to participate, and we get very, very good overwhelming response every year. So students organize this entire event, which continues for a week, So all students do all such things. They get the real-time experience of how an event should be organized, what are the challenges they are facing when they are dealing with the team, and how to work as a leader. So all such things they are learning in the real time. And for all this, we have a separate department to support the student. Although everything is done by students only, but faculty support is also provided in this department. So we definitely give equal weightage to extracurricular activities as well.
Excellent, ma'am. Nice to hear that you're looking at holistic development of a student in a complete way. Great. And ma'am, since you are at the position of director at IMS, and as you know, the leader is very important for a team to give a direction and everything. So, at being a director of IMS, what can you explain as your philosophy of leadership? And how would you describe your leadership style? How do you drive your team? And how do you generate results from them?
See, at IMS, we have only one policy, one philosophy, that is student centricity.
Okay.
Whatever we do, it is for the benefit of students, right? So, although I believe in democratic style of leadership, but yes, if anything is in favor of a student, we are open. Yeah. So, if we are working towards students, it creates a win-win situation for all the stakeholders. Students will be happy, their parents will be happy, the corporates where we are supplying the working force, they are also happy because actually we are providing what is required by the employers. So they are also happy. Faculty members, they are serving the students, they are also happy. So it creates a win-win situation for all when we are actually concentrating only for the well-being of students from all the angles. As I just mentioned, that we believe in 360-degree development of the students. So our approach is always student-centric.
Excellent, ma'am. And ma'am, can you also shed some light on what is the IMS Pune's top priority over the next 3 years? How do you want to develop? What are the ways that you're looking to develop, and how do you plan on doing it?
Yeah, right. Ajinkya, yes. As I just mentioned that we are a student-centric institute and we are going to continue with the same, right? We are not planning to deviate from that. So that is that we are going to continue for further also. We are planning for, global curriculum. We already provide them, curriculum which is designed in close association with corporate world. But yes, we are now moving towards global curriculum. We want to make our students employable all over the globe. Yes, we do provide international, placements to our students. We are making our students more, efficient and to be placeable in international organizations. We are trying to improve students' experience, right? This is what students take away with them. It is not classes that they take away with them, but the experience that they have in their 2 years' time. That is what we are trying to improve on. Their experience should get improved, right? And for that matter, we have to give them best of the faculty in the area. So we are working on that we provide them national, international, global faculties to students so that they can learn the real-time requirements of the corporate world.
Absolutely. Ma'am, since we know that the diversity is very important for any college, so do you have any programs that welcomes students outside India to study at IMS, or any programs that helps students from ignored parts of India such as Northeast and everything, so that those students can come in here, they can get into the IMS and they can study further and improve the community at the micro level?
Right. Ajinkya, yes, we do have international students. We do have, participation from Northeast area. We are, one of the few institutes who are having this kind of diversity. We have a student from all over India and from Northeast as well. We follow cosmopolitan culture in our institute. we take care of all the foreign students, or as you said, that neglected part of the country. We take care of them. Our fooding, lodging, and the culture which is given in the institute are very cordial for all. They feel very comfortable, and for those who are not comfortable with the language, even we are providing them extra classes on the language part, so that they feel comfortable with others and they feel like home. So we take care of all of them, and we give them a very close mentorship. So they feel at home, and if they're facing any kind of issues, we are always there to help them. So I don't think that any problem they are facing at an institute regarding culture.
Absolutely, ma'am. And ma'am, since the education industries or the education institutes now have their own websites, they're on digital platforms for their to make them well known over the country or over the world. But can you shed some light on some facts of IIMS Pune that students might not know already, and you would want them to know about it?
Okay. Yes, most of the things are available on websites, which is. But yes, I would like to tell students that here at IIMS, they are under close observation. Right? I'm not talking about curriculum and other things, placement and all, which is available on website. They can see it from there. But what is important is, as I just mentioned, that we believe in holistic development of the student. So every student is in close observation of their mentor, be it their personal issues, be it their professional issues, be it related to the classes or anything. We are monitoring them closely. We organize these mentorship session every week, so that student can be in touch with their mentors. Our mentor visit the hostels and give them personalized touch to students. Each and every student is monitored at a very minute level, and is given all the required facilities to develop it to the level of the requirements of the corporates. So that is one thing that I would like to mention and would like our students to know about.
Absolutely, ma'am. And ma'am, speaking about the education industry overall, we have had a National Education Policy 2020, which was introduced last year. So any thoughts on National Education Policy, and what are your opinions on the same?
Yes, National Education Policy, I would say, is a very well thought policy, and if when it will be implemented, it is going to really change the face of education sector. The important highlights of education policy, I would say, first thing is it is allowing the students to opt for interdisciplinary education, which was not earlier available. So a management student can opt a subject from say arts if he or she is interested in. So this is very, very beauty of this education policy, that if a student is not really interested in one subject, so they can have an interdisciplinary outlook to the subject. That is very good. Apart from that, it is also allowing the universities to collaborate, so that the culture of collaboration can be improved, can be nurtured, because we are not in isolation. We cannot run in isolation. So if there is a collaboration, we all will progress together, and that will be really important for the nation to develop the national characters. So that is a good thing about national policy, education policy, and by this I think it is also nurturing that healthy competition among all the institutes and universities, because the survival of the fittest rule will apply here. So everyone, all universities, all colleges are pulling their socks up to get ready to face this education policy. I am very, very about this new education policy. It's really very good.
Absolutely, ma'am. Great to hear that. And ma'am, the last question, we've already discussed that you think the COVID-19 is in some way have helped education industry, but students or students who have just joined the jobs have lost jobs, and students are not very keen on joining educational institutes for their further studies. So any suggestions that you would want to give them, and you would want to tell them that this is not the permanent situation, and situation is going to improve at some point of time.
True. Situation is anyways going to improve. It is not a permanent feature. It is going to improve for sure. I would just like to tell students that you have got tremendous energy, and if you are utilizing your energy in the right direction, you can create your own career. It is not that you have to depend upon something. So focus on your goal. Put all your energy in the direction of your goal, and no one can stop you from it if you are focusing on your goal. So don't get deviated by these small things. These things will come and go. The pandemic is for a limited period. It will go one day. But what will remain with you, the kind of focus, the goal which you are making for yourself, it will remain for you always. So remember this, and you today itself you should start working towards your goal with wholehearted focus, and you will win that for sure.
Absolutely, ma'am. I am very sure that this interview is going to help students to make a decision to take admission at IIMS, as well as to look at their future in a very positive way. Thank you very much, ma'am, for joining on this series on a very short notice, and we look forward to connect with you again. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Ajankya. It was nice talking to you. I would like to be connected with you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.